Hello, pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, interested viewers. Folder here. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard vloggers say this. I just did a video, 27 minutes, and deleted it. Oh man, it was probably the longest video I've ever done. It is probably for the best. It just had certain things in it that I couldn't show, and the editing would have been nuts. So, anyway, so let me just give the short version. I ordered a knife from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Never ordered from them before. They sent me 4 objects in my order for free, and I was actually very touched and blown away by it. Of course, if I never ordered from them, I don't know why the promotion. It doesn't say what it is. It says promotional. Maybe it's because I'm a new order from them. I normally order all my stuff from Blade HQ, Knife Center, DLT Trading, and White Mountain Knives, and eBay. Uh, but it's the first time I've ever used Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I'll say that they sent me this small little folding knife for free in the package as a gift. They also threw this Desert Fox slip joint in there. This is all stuff that they just stuck in the box. Incredible, right? Little slip joint knife that was inside there. They also gave me the Smoky Mountain Knife Works baseball cap, right? They have all these things itemized in the box with zeros next to it. And finally, something that, I actually probably like better than all these things. Even though I like them all, I really like this. Bam! They sent me a mat, man. It's cool. Little work mat here. You can put your knives on there, do your thing. So yeah, I think that this is, and it's very good quality. It's extremely thick. It's not like a cheesy mat. So yeah, no, I just want to say thanks to Smoky Mountain Knife Works for that. I did say at the beginning of this video that I already did a video, so I did the unboxing already. I'm not going to do it again. All right, I'm not going to put the knife back in the box and unbox it again. It's kind of cheesy, right? But anyway, so it's a Microtech. It's the MSI, I mean, not the MSI, the Microtech stitch. All right, snitches get stitches. I guess I'm a snitch. And yeah, so it's the Ramlock SC fluted stonewash standard, and it has the 10 FL on there. 10 FL is the detonation denotes. It denotes aluminum. So here's the knife. Like I said, I did my unboxing already. I have it out, and I'm blown away by it. I knew it would be awesome. I've seen so many videos on this knife. I've been seriously looking at getting one of these for about 3 weeks now. So over the last 3 weeks, I've been just watching videos, and I'm going to tell you, I've never seen so many videos on a knife. I know when new knives come out, people get excited about it, and everybody kind of drops a video, but I think this is like a little bit more than normal. And this knife has been out for like almost a year now, I think, maybe a year or close to it, and it hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. And I think part of the reason why is because Microtech keeps improving the knife. So actually, before I get into that, let me just go in order how I planned on doing this video. So I'm not going to jump the gun. Okay, so let's just get into it. It's not a review. There's so many reviews of this knife. I'm just going to be talking about a few things with the knife and with the oh goodness, with the knife and the and MSI Microtech in general, of where they've been going with this thing. Okay, so anyway, I really want to mention the Ramlock first. So the Ramlock has been described as a crossbar lock, similar to Benchmade's access locks, similar to any crossbar lock. I beg to differ. I really don't see. I mean, other than the action of pulling this thing down in this manner, right? Pulling it down, that's the only similarity it has to that lock. It's very different than a crossbar lock. I would think that people would really compare this more to to Spyderco's cage ball bearing lock. I mean, these are very similar. Both of them have a spring in the back of the actual mechanism that you use to deploy the and retract the locking mechanism itself. So there's a spring right back here, right behind this cage, and the ram lock has a spring also right behind the cage. This has a cage with a ball bearing, so the ball bearing sits inside of this cage, and this enormous anvil on top of the knife and the tang of the blade. What happens is once the blade goes forward, the lock shoots forward, wedging the ball in between the tang and the anvil. Okay, so that's all it does. It just wedges that steel ball bearing, or you can change it to ceramic if you want, in there, and that's what creates the lock, and it's very strong and it's very efficient. Well, the ram lock is pretty much the same thing. It has a cage. I mean, it has a instead of the anvil on top, it has an open system that is similar to the access lock, but it's still just a bracing point on top. You pull back this enormous sled. You pull back this enormous sled that sits on top of this section, right? So you got the tang of the blade, comes around, right? We come around, and the sled goes over the top of this tang and gets wedged in between the tang and the hardware up here, which is, yeah. So at any rate, I was just pointing that out because it's just, I understand that there's, going to be some similarities with a lot of locks, but I just think that this lock, is really more like the cage ball bearing lock than a yeah. And two, okay, so the other thing is I wanted to say about this knife is that the blade shape of this knife, being amazing for EDC, I actually feel like would make a good self-defense knife. And listen, guys, I don't want to sound okay. Anything can be used for self-defense. Okay, this can be used for self-defense. So knives are not weapons. I repeat that. Knives are not weapons. Knives are first and foremost tools that can be used as a weapon, but they're not. Now, are there some knives out there that are from the ground up built to be weapons? Yes. Yes, they are. Absolutely. But inherently, in its core, knives are tools. They're cutting tools. Most adults use knives every day. If you eat every day, you more likely than not use a knife every day to cut your food in some way, or to slice something either in food prep or in the actual eating of your food. But most adults use knives every single day, if you're from the civilized world, I guess. And at any rate, yeah. But I have to say that some knives inherently are designed as weapons. And I think that, I don't know if Microtech had a weapon in mind when they designed this knife as a self-defense tool or a weapon used by law enforcement, military, and security officers. But it definitely has it. I mean, even choking up, it does. Even in its choked up form, which is more utilitarian, definitely from back here. The ergos breed it. The puncturing geometry of the blade is absolutely incredible. So yeah, it's nice. If I were going to get this as a weapon for self-defense, I would probably more likely than not get the G10 version. Or if there's a plastic, the version has plastic like the MSI. Because then if you drop it and if it, you can rough it up. This is aluminum. This is gorgeous. I think this is like the best version of this knife. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's that. Third, this thing from when it was first came out in like a year ago to now, I mean, it is so many different scales, so many different patterns, so many different versions of things. The pocket clip mount used to go this way. Now it goes, parallel with the handle. I just think it progressively got better. I really think it progressively got better. And to say this with this along with the MSI comes in the injection molded plastic, but between the plastic, the G10, the aluminum, and the carbon fiber, I think this is the most premium version. I know that the carbon fiber version of this knife is more than twice the price of this. I think that's crazy. I, you know, Aluminum is definitely more premium than G10. No way, no doubt about it. And the G10 version, which I've never handled, but the G10 version of this is excellent. I mean, the G10 is high quality and everything, but G10 is not better than aluminum. And this is a few dollars cheaper than the G10, which I find to be amazing. Um, yeah, so go figure. The only thing, I mean, there's no way I would pay double the price for this knife in carbon fiber. I don't even like the carbon fiber version. Matter of fact, I think I've only seen it in black, and I don't like it in black. With all the blacked out hardware, the blackout backspacer, if they did it in black in carbon fiber, but they had the satin regular plain screws like this with the backspacer that highlights it instead of that completely black monochromatic look, monochromatic. That was the right term. I think it would be better, but I just don't like the way it looks. I like the way this looks. Matter of fact, I like this finish. This is the stone finish with the satin flats here. I think it's the best look of this knife, like by far. My opinion. The fluted aluminum scales feel extremely premium. So for me, the only upgrade for this knife would be titanium. I don't even think the carbon fiber is an upgrade, but it costs more. I tell you that. So lucky for me, it does. I love the one that is one of the least expensive ones. It's great. Um, yeah. So that's it, guys. That's it. So yeah, I really think that, some of the best, the PM2, in my opinion, is one of the best. The PM2 Ambi, specifically. I have one over here. Because it's set up completely ambidextrous, because of the patent for the compression lock ended, so now you can do whatever you want. So when Blaze We Love added this button, it made the knife completely ambidextrous, whereas the PM2 has always been a very, very, because of the compression lock, a very, very right hand bias tool. Now it's completely ambidextrous, and I think this knife, especially in G10, is one of the best self-defense knives you can possibly have, my opinion. The ergos are excellent. I mean, I've explained the reasons in some of my other videos as to why, but yeah, this is what I carry. If I'm going to carry, I don't really carry knives for self-defense. It's not really the purpose of carrying a knife. I just love pocket knives, and I like the EDC and stuff like that. If I'm going to carry something for self-defense, it's going to be a firearm. So for this, yeah, but you carry a firearm, you carry a knife to defend your firearm. So, but at any rate, this is just yeah. So for me, I put these knives like in the same category. Very close category. These two, very, very similar. Like I said, the PM2 is one of my absolute favorite knives. If you're gonna ever categorize a knife as a weapon or a self-defense tool, yeah, the PM2 is number one for me. And these are so similar, more similar than we can imagine. The blade cutting length is exactly 3 inches on both of them. If you notice, as long as this blade is, this is the only area, this is the cutting surface, right? Look at the PM2. Very close. So, but yeah, anyway, that's it. I'm not gonna This video is not nearly as long as the other one. The other one was 27 minutes, so I'm glad I actually cut time off of it. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy this thing for a while. So we'll see if I end up getting the MSI. I'm not that sold on that knife, partially because of the shape of the blade, but and the size. It's big, and I don't know. But at any rate, that's it. All right, all I got. Thanks.